It was a pitch-black night in Karachi. Three friends, Farhan, Jamil, and Kamran, were truck drivers returning from a long delivery. As the clock struck 2 a.m., they found themselves driving down Karsaz Road, a place notorious for mysterious happenings. Suddenly, the truck's engine sputtered and died. "What the hell?" Farhan mumbled, twisting the key again. Nothing. The truck came to a complete stop. A few seconds later, a loud thud hit the back of the truck, like someone had slammed a heavy object against it. "What was that?" Jamil whispered, staring at the rearview mirror. Kamran grabbed a flashlight and stepped out cautiously. As he looked around, the entire road was drowned in darkness. Not a single car, no movement, just silence. He climbed back into the truck, and then a shadow passed right in front of the truck. It was quick, like a whisper of smoke gliding through air. All three froze. "Did you see that?" Kamran asked, barely breathing. Farhan tried restarting the engine again. Nothing. Another shadow darted across the road. Then again. Every few moments, that same black silhouette passed before them, always silent, always just out of reach. "What the hell is that thing?" Jamil asked, his voice shaking. They didn't know it yet, but they weren't just stuck on the road. They had crossed into something else, a place where reality bends and shadows come alive. The truck's headlights flickered erratically, casting beams of light straight onto the shadow. A dark form, tall, fog-like, formless, stood right in the middle of the road. It didn't move, it didn't speak, but it watched them. It was as if the shadow knew who they were, as if it had been waiting. "Is this a dream?" Jamil whispered. "If it is, I don't want to wake up," Kamran murmured. Farhan twisted the key again. The engine made a weak attempt to start and died. They couldn't just sit there. Jamil jumped out, determined to walk away on foot. Kamran and Farhan followed. But as soon as they stepped outside, the sound of footsteps echoed behind them. Click, clack, click, clack. They turned. No one there. And then, Farhan saw something in the side mirror. It was moving. The mirror was shaking, as if someone was touching it from the inside. He leaned forward and saw a glimpse of the shadow, right behind him. "Run!" Farhan screamed. They sprinted down the deserted road, blindly not knowing where to go. The cold wind, the shadow's presence, the weight of fear, all chasing them. Jamil suddenly tripped and fell. Kamran rushed to help him up, but Jamil's eyes were wide open, frozen. He was staring into nothingness. "What happened? Say something!" Kamran begged. Jamil's lips barely moved. "It's inside me." Farhan helped him up, and they ran back to the truck. When they got there, the headlights were off. The truck door was open. "Did you leave it like this?" Kamran asked. "No," Farhan said. Then from inside the truck, a voice echoed. "You stopped. Now you can't leave." Farhan slammed the door shut and tried the key again. The engine roared to life, but none of them noticed that someone or something was now sitting in the back seat. Silent, still, faceless. Kamran turned and saw it. "Stop the truck!" he screamed. Farhan hit the brakes hard. They turned to look. The back seat was empty. "I swear I saw someone sitting there," Kamran cried. Jamil didn't speak. He stared blankly at the window, whispering words only he could hear. Farhan drove again, slower this time, as the road seemed to stretch forever, and the shadow traveled with them. The truck moved slowly down Karsaz Road. The engine rumbled, and a thick fog surrounded them like a shroud. Jamil was still unresponsive, eyes open but spirit lost. His lips moved silently. Again, the rearview mirror began to fog up, not from temperature, but as if someone was breathing onto it. And then, a message written in red appeared on the window. "Stop. Your turn has come." Farhan began reciting verses from the Quran under his breath. Kamran joined, whispering prayers. Suddenly, Jamil began to laugh, but it wasn't his laugh. "Ha ha, you will follow the same path." They all did, the voice said, but the lips were Jamil's. The truck horn began to blare on its own. The steering wheel jerked violently. "Someone's controlling this," Farhan yelled. Outside, shadows began appearing, dozens of them, all shapeless, faceless, floating. They moved toward the truck without touching the ground. The entire road was filled with darkness that moved. Then, without warning, Jamil vanished. "Where did he go?" Kamran shouted. They jumped out, scanning the fog, and then they saw him. Hanging upside down from a tree at the side of the road, hands bound by nothing, eyes rolled back. "Help me!" Farhan shouted. They pulled him down. Jamil's eyes returned to normal. "He took me. The shadow took me to the darkness," he whispered. Morning was near now. A faint light spread across the sky, but the shadow wasn't done yet. Suddenly, a horde of shadows appeared, surrounding the truck from all directions. Kamran and Jamil screamed. Farhan twisted the key desperately. Then, the sound that saved them, the call to Fajr prayer. "Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!" The shadows froze. One by one, they began to melt into the fog, disappearing silently. The road was silent again. The engine roared to life. Farhan hit the gas. They didn't look back. As dawn broke, they finally reached their homes, exhausted, broken, but alive. They didn't know what that shadow was. No one did. But they knew this. It had no face, no voice, no form, only a presence that waits in the dark for the next one who dares to stop.